It was amazing to hear different speakers with different perspective. I would share my thoughts in terms of how I think about starting your own idea and how do you take it to the next level. But before I begin, uh, one thing that I would like to share and everyone I would like to encourage to take away is that everyone has a or has his or her own style. You need to first understand your own style and then try to incorporate based on different speakers' perspective which style fits. And there is no right or wrong style. So in the short duration, I heard different people, very successful people, different thought process, very successful in their own settings, but also in terms of how society defines success. But for some, family is important. For some, family can be deprioritized, and also about how you think about follow your heart and follow your mind. The way I read it is that both heart and mind are important. It's part of you. There is nothing wrong in following your mind, and there is nothing wrong in following your heart. The way I generally combine both is follow your heart, but apply intelligence. So your mind always tries to be cautious, tries to save you. So if you think of jumping from a roof, your mind says you will die or you will hurt yourself. So the approach should be, I will do what my heart wants, but is there something which my brain wants to, trigger in terms of either risk or opportunity, and how do I make it work where both heart and brain comes in sync. So there might be a conflict when you begin, but finally, if what you're doing and you have also thought that why your brain was stopping to do or act on it, then probably you will be at much better state of success or peace or professional achievement, whatever way or however you define success. Now, before going deeper, I would just take a hand raise in terms of how many of you have thought of starting your own business or implementing your own idea. 80%. And how many of you have already started acting on it? Very good. Well, relatively a higher percentage, but still a 10% out of 100. So the way I look at it, generating idea is difficult, but it's the easiest part of the value chain. So I'm not demeaning a great idea, but what I'm saying is to generate idea is the easiest step. The second bigger step is to implement it. And the biggest is to convert it into revenue or money. The way I define it is getting money either from customer or investor is the most difficult one. So you follow your heart, and if you have created something big, there are results, and hence money is always a byproduct. Fairly said, but that's how the value chain will progress. So either you get money from investors initially, and then you keep working on it, and then finally customers start paying for it. But to make the idea sustainable, it's relevant. The topic on which I'll try to go slightly deeper is, you will always have constraints while you are thinking of implementing your idea, but there are always ways if you think it's important enough. And I'll share a few examples, few from my own experience and few from my networks, my friends and colleagues, where I have seen that happen. So many of us have ideas that they want to explore and implement, but they always procrastinate. Either that I'll first let me work for a few more years, save more money, and then I'll work. Second, I have some family responsibilities, let me finish that. Third, I think I'm not experienced enough. So let me work for a few more years, I'll get experience, and then I'll start working on it. Nothing wrong with it. But still, if it was important enough for you, you would have acted. Your mind will try to rationalize, will give you hope. You have to break the difference. It's good to be in peace with yourself, but why are you not doing it now? And I'll share examples here where people have worked given the constraints. And you have good examples abroad where you'll find students, college dropouts, etc., doing entering into business more than what we see in India. So you have the biggest internet companies built by college dropouts. Even 10 years back, Microsoft was similar example. Today, Google, Facebook, similar example. So in India, the trend has started, but the culture of taking that risk and encouraging entrepreneurship has not yet fully evolved, and also the investors community where ideas can get money easily compared to what in India you'll have to rely on your family or friends. Now, I'll share my example where my background is I did my engineering and then I started working with Maruti. And then I thought I want to start my own. And all the logic why I can't start at that time. So the first reaction was that I don't want to take a risk where my future career aspiration is totally shattered. So what do I do as a backup plan? So backup plan was MBA. I am a technical person, so my employability is limited to technical fields. So if I do my MBA, one, my return on money increases for the same number of hours, probably I'll get more money. And two, the employability increases. Three, if I want to raise money, it becomes easier and more from the profile perspective, I'll have a different perspective of different functions. So that's how I started thinking. But at that time, I had made my mind clear that whatever the constraints were, I'll start acting on the idea. I got scholarship, education loan, etc. And that was the first time when I started my first venture. It was called Aqua Brew, and it was a techie product coming from a technical background. So it was wireless automation of pumps. The problem was everywhere. And it started from a kitchen. And while I was studying in IIM Calcutta, I started doing the R&D with my team. I convinced some of my friends to help in developing that product. And we were able to start the pilot by the time I had completed my education there. But still, I had very few customers. So I needed more money to keep that business running. And at that time, my second thought was either I can take the full jump or find another way. Taking full jump again it might be risky, etc., etc. So I thought of joining a good company. I joined McKinsey, which again gave me exposure, but also gave me a good cash flow to ensure that my startup keeps running. So it was a weekend startup. So I worked on weekend on my startup. I built my team because I was salaried enough to fund it. And today it's a decently sized business. So that's one way without even going or jumping full time. Again, it has a consequence. I could not scale it up that fast, etc. But at least the satisfaction that you see in terms of creating or converting the idea to action, and finally people actually buying and using it and then appreciating that you really solved one of their problems. So that's very satisfying. The scale might be less. Let's say if Jabong has orders in thousands, this will have orders in 100, but both are equally satisfying. The scale will change. And that's how I started working on my first idea. The second idea, Jabong, which everyone knows, is because it's a very scalable idea. It's internet, it's retail. And the second idea on Jabong was broadly based on that, on the underlying philosophy where I said that some ideas you can start with your belief, etc., and you can scale at a slower pace based on the investment. And the other would be that if I don't start with customers, can I start with investors? And then you can scale it really fast. So e-commerce in India is pretty new, but the potential is very, very high. So I'll just give you some numbers to give you a sense and also to inspire some of you to think how to start in this domain. So to give you a few numbers, compared to developed countries and developing countries, so developed I would say, let's say US, and developing China or Brazil, the internet penetration would be more than 60%. In India, it's not even 20%. And The usage again is more than 40 to 60% in both the countries, while in India is again 20%. So, and there is no reason that India will not reach that stage. So if you do the multiplicative effect, it's 3 into 3, 9 times. To give you a second number in terms of potential of size, so there are some e-commerce companies in China who are shipping more than 20,000 orders per minute. So you can think of the scale. When we started, even Japan, we were doing less than 100 orders, but we multiplied more than 20, 30 times within a span of 1.5 years. And the scale, if something excites, if scale is what excites you and you want to achieve it faster, this is the domain in which you need to enter. Others will also scale, but this gives you potential to scale it really, really fast. Now, on the e-commerce aspect, as I mentioned, that India is still in the early stage. I think two broad reasons which will even trigger that growth would be one, mobile phones, availability of it in terms of smartphones, and internet on mobile. So if I see why the penetration is low, I think there are two broad reasons. One, the internet penetration, which not only government but many private sectors are focusing to increase. And second is the gadget to access internet. So both mobile and laptop smartphones were expensive, but if you reduce the affordable price, then the reach will increase. The product can be used by all the classes of society and all the income level. So whatever cuts you make, they are going to be the final user. Towards the last part, I'll again come back on entrepreneurship. I think idea is the most critical, but is one of the easiest. Once you have decided on what idea to work, I think there are only three things which to my mind comes as the relevant way to execute. The first I say is the team. So team is the most important. Second is the money. And third is the business know-how. So if you have a good team, you can persuade investors or you can find ways to generate enough cash flow to ensure sustainability of the business. And if you have a good team, then business know-how would be easy to learn. And also if you have enough cash flow, then even if there are mistakes, you can learn from the mistakes and then keep on growing. So before I conclude, I would urge that if you have any idea and you have not yet started acting on it, make it your hobby. It doesn't hurt. You can say that I lose my focus, that's correct. But you are not doing it at all. So at least start doing and be at peace that I'm not going full time, but at least I am doing it part time. And if you see enough traction, probably you will come full time, or you will just kill that idea. So ideas don't die, you kill them. So broadly, my suggestion would be at least start acting on it, and you will realize. And I also discussed that I'll share some of my friends who actually did really well. And to narrate a story, I love participating in colleges, meeting students, etc. So I was in a group where I was helping people who had got selected in CAT and they were preparing for interview. And there, most of the students wanted to start a business. And whenever I asked the second question, what business? I said, I have not yet figured it out, but that's what I want to do. But out of them, I think I met 3 people who had really thought through. And I met only one who had acted on it. And that idea was, I will collect all the menu catalogs of a restaurant and combine it and make it visible to the online users. Simple idea. But he was the only one who was acting on it. And a few days back, you would have read in newspaper news that they were at a very great valuation. They just acted. So there are a lot of examples, and I was in touch with him. I knew that this guy will keep on acting. He had a good team, and you will keep acting, because once you enter, you realize there are 1,000 other things that you need to do. But if you have not acted, you think at an idea level it looks good, you have not yet refined, you have not yet made it ready for the user to test it. So broadly, that's my takeaway. And again, based on your style, you need to take, so I might suggest that do it on a weekend, but your style is someone who can do only one thing at one time. Then this is not the idea of it. But someone who can multitask, this is the idea of it. But whatever works, please take the best which fits to your style and then start practicing it. Thank you.